Hey guys, me and Joel here doing the last of our Commander series. So we're going to be talking about the Sworn to Darkness. Very awesome looking Commander's deck. Again, we have the three most valuable cards of the deck with us, and we're going to be going through each of them. This will be on sale on our website, collectorstore.com. You can follow the link below. It'll be $29.99 starting. Also below is the text for each of these cards, so you can follow along with us. So let's get started with Nixilis of the Black Oath.
Oh yes, and this is if you play Magic regularly, and especially if you play on 15, you might immediately think about Nixilis, the Unleashed, who's the demon reincarnation, I'm guessing, of this particular Planeswalker.
Yeah.
He's a legendary creature just from a recent set, but I mean this Planeswalker it's a very interesting one, and again, for the first time ever in Commander, you can use Planeswalkers in this set as your commander. And it says right on the card it can be your commander, and that's going to be a lot of fun to play.
Yeah.
In Commander set, having pretty much the opportunity to make sure you get your commander out every game, your Planeswalker out every game rather, is pretty cool.
And just keep in mind, though, each of these Planeswalkers have the text at the bottom that says, can be your commander. Not all Planeswalkers can be your commander.
Correct.
Just these ones. So make sure you buy the set of this for $149.99 on our website, collectorstore.com.
You'll get all five of them, and they're all five are really good. So
yeah.
So with this guy, he's 5 mana, 5 mana to play. Comes in with his 3 loyalty counters. His first ability gives him 2 additional loyalty counters, which starts to ramp those loyalty counters up pretty quickly. And his first ability is each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain life equal to the amount of life lost this way. Obviously, that's going to just compound the more players you have in the game. So if you're playing a multiplayer game, which Commander is a multiplayer format, if you have 5 players out there, you play him, you +2 him, all 4 of your opponents lose 1 life, and you gain 4 life.
Which, on its surface, doesn't sound as amazing as some of the other Commander abilities you might notice, but his other abilities all make you lose life, and Black loves to sacrifice his own blood.
And that's what Black is about. Black, sees life as a resource, and you use your own life to really get some power in your cards in Black. Because Black, you got to kind of give something up to get something powerful.
Yeah.
It's kind of the theme of Black, and his first ability gives you that resource. So in a way, if you think of Black using life as a resource, the way other decks use exclusively mana as a resource, it is in a way kind of mana ramp for a lot of black cards. So it does help you use those powerful Black cards.
Speaking of powerful Black abilities, is -2. You get a 5/5 Black demon creature with flying onto the battlefield, but you lose 2 life.
Yes, and 2 life, especially in Commander, isn't too much, especially if you got some life gain like his +1 ability. But he comes in with 3 loyalty counters. If you use this ability immediately, he's at 1, so makes him pretty vulnerable, but it's a pretty good -2 ability. I mean, a 5/5 flying demon, that's 5/5 flyers, especially fairly early in the game, can be the biggest, most powerful creature on the battlefield, and flying is evasion, and it's hard to block. So.
And like we talked about in the other videos, Planeswalkers that produce tokens to protect themselves is always a really good thing. So
exactly, yeah.
This is probably the first Planeswalker I see where using his minus ability immediately is amazing.
Yes. Yeah, because unless depending on the game state, there's a good chance that a lot of times the 5/5 creature is going to be the biggest one on the battlefield. You play him, you -2 him, he goes down to 1 loyalty counter, but he's still there, and now you have this big 5/5 demon that can block everything else and protect him and give him a couple more turns to get those counters back up.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of had that in mind with his ultimate ability, because a lot of the other ultimate abilities are -10. Whereas his ultimate ability is almost -8, which gives you that flexibility of still getting to that ultimate and being able to use his -2.
I think that's a good point.
Yeah, and with his ability, he gets an emblem, and again, emblems can't be destroyed. Once you have that emblem, you have it until you're out of the game. Mm-hmm. And his emblem says that you can pay 1 colorless and 1 black. You sacrifice a creature, you gain X life, draw X cards, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. So with Black, you're giving up you're giving up something to get alive. You're giving up, a creature to gain life and gain cards. So you get those cards, so you can keep casting things. You keep having stuff to do when other people don't, and then you're gaining life to keep letting you stick around, and also again use that life as a resource.
So, yeah, and and again, if you use this -2 ability before you get this ultimate off, and then you get the ultimate, you can sacrifice the Black Demon, and you gain 5 life, draw 5 cards. So, and if your creature's ever about to die, oh, that's cool.
Yep.
I'll just
And the
sack it.
response, exactly. Yeah. Somebody tries to kill a creature that's going to die anyway. We're like, well, it's going to die anyway. Let's get some life and cards out of it.
And 2 mana is really
Or
cheap.
if you have a creature you'd rather have in the graveyard and they're trying to exile it, you say, they target it trying to exile your creature so that it doesn't get to your graveyard, and you say, yeah, 2 mana, I'm going to sacrifice it instead. I get it in my graveyard, it doesn't get exiled, I gain that much life, I draw cards. It's just such an incredible advantage and tool to have.
So many good combos. And that might be the reason why they made his minus ability the one that produces the token. So that way it kind of motivates you to bring him down a notch and then push for the ultimate.
And being that he's a commander, even if he dies, he goes back to command zone. So he's a little bit more expensive to cast second time around, but he's still there ready to cast again.
Yeah.
So, if you need to use his ability to get a demon, and even if they kill him real quickly, it's like, well, fine, in a couple more turns, I'm going to bring him right back out with his starting 3 loyalty counters. I'm still going to have that demon out and start using his +2 into that ultimate. So.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if they kill him before your next turn, because it's only at 1,
you still got a demon.
Yeah, you still got the
and
demon.
they wasted a card.
Wasted a card,
and still available.
And he's still going to be at 3, so he's actually going to be faster.
Well worth it.
To bring him back out the second time. The next card is Malicious Affliction. It's a 2-drop instant with Morbid. So if a creature dies this turn and you cast it, you get to copy this card, and it's destroy target non-black creature.
So basically, it's a Doomblade for 2 black instead of 1 color, it's 1 black, but it has the upside in a format like Commander where creatures are dying all the turn. Where as long as a creature dies that turn, you get to cast it for the same amount and kill 2 non-black creatures for 2 mana. I mean, that's such a great value. Instant speed. Can really make people pay for attacking you. If people know you have that card, then they may think twice about attacking you and maybe attack a different opponent.
So really good for diplomacy and geotactics. And the last one is Grave Titan. It's a giant 6/6 with Death Touch, and when he enters the battlefield or attacks, you get 2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield.
Yes, from the infamous Titan cycle, this is the black version, very in the flavor of black magic cards, where you have 6/6, big powerful creature, Death Touch. When he enters the battlefield or attacks, you get 2 2/2 zombies. I mean, it's just he just keeps growing that zombie horde, and it's with the Death Touch, you don't want to block him with anything big, but even if they chump block with something small, you're still getting zombies. That's a great card that builds up, and it gives you creatures to sacrifice for a lot of the black sacrifice abilities that you have.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a good tool for black.
Like we were just talking about the Planeswalker's ultimate. Just keep sacking the zombie tokens.
Exactly. Gain 2 life and draw 2 extra cards every turn, basically.
Why not?
Yeah. And still have an extra zombie.
Yeah. So, a lot of great stuff, and again, we didn't get to half of it. So, if you want to see the rest, be sure to order it off our website. Again, it's starting at $29.99, and I'd pick it up as soon as possible. We've gone through all 5 decks now. If you haven't watched the other 4 videos, highly recommend it. And please enjoy. Let us know below which one's your favorite.
It's going to be hard to pick my favorite. I might just have to get off.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, all right. Well, if there's nothing else, let's go play some more Magic.
Let's go play Magic.